we will have watched Week 1.
National Football League.
Oh, I just gave myself chills there.
But on the bright side, if it does happen, YouTube TV is willing to pay you $10 in credit. So
Wow, that's
massive.
I'm going to get emotional. We're going to have to cut your camp. Any respect I had for you is gone.
I thought I'd bring it out. I mean, why not?
Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Engage 8 podcast. I am Josh with my co-host. Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Engage 8 podcast. I am Josh with my co-host.
Mike.
And today we are back with our fourth and final division preview with the AFC and NFC North. We also have some NFL headlines and other sports headlines to get into before that. But before any of that, I want to say please hit that subscribe button and the like button on this video, as well as all of our socials, which are on the screen right now. We post different content on TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, completely different from our content on here. So if you like our full-length stuff, go check out all of our shorts and please hit the follow button on those platforms. But now that that's out of the way, we can get right into the NFL headlines and other sports headlines. Mike, take it away.
Yeah, there was some big news today. I guess it's not football related, but Travis Kelce did get engaged to Taylor Swift. Big for a certain group of people. I don't know for the target audience for that, but big news. Good for Travis Kelce, and they're saying it could lead to a baby boom.
Yeah, they are saying it could lead to a baby boom. I wasn't shocked that it happened. I was shocked that the timing. I didn't think it was going to happen now. I thought it was something that was going to happen maybe like a year from now.
Yeah, I mean, they said if the Chiefs won the Super Bowl this season, it was going to happen, and the Eagles might have saved that from happening.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't do it right after the loss either, so you got to wait. Timing works out. New album coming out. She just comes on the pod. Yeah. It seems a little bit like it's all happening intentionally, but I'm not going to say that.
I mean, it probably is. It's just crazy that it's been, like 2.5 years now?
Has it been?
I think so. Or maybe it's just like 2. It might just be 2.
Still, it's crazy. What's her music going to be about now? I know that people said that when they were dating,
probably
but now that they're married.
So stuff about football, maybe.
Imagine it's like playbooks and stuff.
Moving the chains.
Every song is a direct football reference.
Moving the chains. Big third down.
Reception, just like regular shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, I don't care. Why should I care? Like, I get why it's a big thing, but I don't have like a ton of like analytical thoughts on it.
No, I don't either. But we'll get on to today pretty much being cut day. Teams have to cut down their rosters. We'll touch on a couple of them. I had to put Isaiah Simmons one first because we are talking about the North today, and I had that as an addition for the Packers. But really just what a fall off by Isaiah Simmons. He was kind of looked at like he could be the future of maybe a linebacker or a safety. He could play either of them, and now he's on his third team, and he doesn't even make the team going into the regular season. So
yeah, man. I remember he used to be dominant. His created player the year before he was in the NFL on Madden. When you could
even his real player.
Yeah, was good. You could use him as a linebacker, use him as a safety, but it just didn't work out, man. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out.
It did not. It worked for Kyle Hamilton, though. He's kind of
he's
kind of got probably the best safety in football.
Mm-hmm,
one of them.
Yeah.
Another release, Diontae Johnson was a guy who was going to talk about what the Browns getting. He does not make the Browns team. Another guy who's had a dramatic fall off after being really good for the Steelers for a couple years. He had the drop issues, but was still a very good talent, and now he's struggling to stay on a team.
Yeah. I'll keep it a buck. I didn't know he was on the Browns.
Yeah.
I'll keep it a buck. I didn't know. So him being cut from the Browns means virtually nothing to me except for the fact that he's a free agent now. Do you think he gets picked up?
I mean, I feel like it's at the point where I don't know anymore.
Yeah. And I guess I did know he was on the Browns because I do have it in my notes for the Browns today. But before that, I did not know. And I did not know he was cut either. So, yeah, I mean, maybe he's done. Does he retire?
I don't think he's done, but I mean, he's still got to be only like 27, 26, 27.
That's crazy. Something like that probably. But,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, he's already kind of gone through the cycle of like go to a team, flame out, go to another team, flame out. Now he's going to a team and getting cut.
Yeah.
Is this the third time he's been released in the past year?
I believe so. Panthers,
Ravens,
and now Browns. So
that's
not ideal.
Yeah,
not ideal. A couple smaller cuts. A couple guys who were top draft picks. Juju Brents with the Colts does not make the team. He was a second-round pick.
Wow, I didn't know that.
2 years ago.
That's crazy.
And he's had to deal with injuries. I believe he's only played in about 11 games since he's been with the Colts, but he's cut, a second-round pick. Cole Strange with the Patriots, an offensive lineman, is cut. He was a first-round pick. just, I think maybe 2 years ago, that was when Sean McVay said he was shocked that the Patriots drafted him. It was a guy who they had on their board, but they thought he would make it to like the 4th or 5th round, and the Patriots took him in the 1st.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out for him. Trent Brown with the Texans, he's been kind of around the league, and that Texans offensive line, we talked about it last week, don't really know what they're going to do there. It's definitely the worst offensive line in football. And then the last one, it pains me to say, because it sounded like he's having a great training camp, and he was back in the NFL. It's a guy who I really like to watch, Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
Cut by the Panthers.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to make his comeback. You definitely missed one, though.
Which one did I
can't
miss?
remember the guy's name, though. The dude on Tampa who they just drafted from Florida, the 453-pounder.
Oh, Desmond Watson?
Yes,
he did get cut as well.
He got cut as well. Yeah.
That's not really a shocking one, though.
I mean, it's
They weren't
sad.
letting him practice.
I mean, we had him and who was the smallest player? Or Tank Dell's the smallest player, I think.
Oh, Tank Dell's the smallest. Well, Tank Dell's on the pup list, I
Yeah, I
believe.
know. I thought there was another player that got drafted that was the smallest. The dude, the receiver from Oregon. God, I'm off
You're
with
talking about
names
Tez
today.
Johnson?
Yes, he's the smallest.
He's the smallest. I didn't know he was that
Yes,
small.
he's the smallest, and Watson's the biggest, or
Oh,
was,
wow.
was the biggest.
He got a touchdown in preseason at a nice.
So yeah, so
Very
he is.
awesome
He's
backflip.
still the smallest. Then I don't know who
Yeah.
the new biggest is.
The largest.
The largest. yeah, I was going there too.
Big X the plug.
Yeah.
Couple injuries. Tyjae Spears is going to start on the pup list. First 4 weeks, he's not going to play. Big
Good
for Tony
Pollard
Pollard.
owners. Yeah, Pollard owners.
Pollard fantasy owners could have a massive 4 weeks, but we'll see after that. And then another running back, Joe Mixon, also out the first 4 games with a foot injury. So the Texans, a little bit of could be a rocky start for him.
Also, JT's officially the best running back in that division now, with 2 studs going out in front of him.
Okay, well, he was already the best
Tyjae and
before
Joe
that.
Mixon, yeah.
Was most definitely already the best before that. Spencer Rattler, named starting QB for the Saints over Tyler Shuck, however you say it. Not surprising. His agent said that it's all part of the plan, though.
Well, I'd hope. I mean,
he's
starter.
already like, what, 25?
Is he?
He's old, I believe.
Man, imagine if you told us 6 years ago how bad he would be right now. I mean, he's
Who?
a starter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Show. I don't know about Rattler.
Oh, I was talking about Rattler. You were saying the agent was for Show or Shuck or
Yeah,
okay.
he was with Show.
There's the miscommunication. I thought you were talking
Yes.
about Rattler.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
Him being the backup QB.
That I get. Okay, that makes a little more sense then. Then it's all
It
part of
does.
the plan. He's the starter. Like, yeah, no shit. That's the plan.
He's the no, Spencer Rattler's the starter.
I know. I'm saying
Oh,
if
okay,
you were
yes,
talking
yes,
about
yes.
Rattler, all right, not on the same page.
No, we're not on the same page at all.
Next topic.
Kenny Pickett traded to the Raiders. So Kenny Pickett got traded, and I believe Huntley got cut. So Dylan Gabriel was named the backup, Flacco the starter, and then Shadur will be the third-string quarterback.
Which is good for Shadur. We're moving up.
At least, yeah, he's moving up.
We're moving up.
Behind
People think I hate Shadur on TikTok, but I don't.
Dylan Gabriel's a little crazy, but
It is what it is. They took him in the 5th
Yeah.
round. They took Gabriel in the 3rd, right?
mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes that's just the way she goes.
Yes. Someone who was back in the NFL after being in the NFL last year, but took a long time to sign. Amari Cooper signs with the Raiders.
Congrats to
legends.
Amari.
I know at least one Raider fan who is ecstatic that they are bringing him back. One of his
One
favorite
that
players.
hated him when he
hated
left.
him. Yes.
Hated him when he left.
Hated him a
Shocker.
lot, but is now incredibly happy.
Need to bring DC back. ACDC.
That's what he was saying. He said that was possible, and I said
I love
Geno
that.
Smith's better than DC.
By a mile.
Yes, and but on top of that, Jacoby Myers requested a trade with the Raiders, which that's a little concerning because they need him.
Is what we're doing out here. Jacoby Myers of the world are requesting trades.
Jacoby Myers is a decent.
He's
receiver.
good, but I mean, what's next?
Fair enough, but he's
Tim
definitely
Patrick
decent.
is going to request one. Or
And then I'd say probably the 2 biggest, largest moves made in the last couple days. Terry McLaurin, 3-year extension worth $96 million with the Commanders.
Ooh.
They needed to do this, and it's that simple.
Yep. We also, for some reason, this is in the same category as me, but the Giants unveiled plans for their Legacy Games uniforms, which are 1980s throwbacks, but also Color Rush.
Oh, wow.
Not really sure why that's in the same category as Terry McLaurin, but back to Terry McLaurin, huge for the Commanders, because we talked about that being a big worry with the Commanders going forward this season. If they don't have Terry, then we're back to square one with Jay
Yes.
Daniels. So that's huge. That changes my outlook on them. I already forgot where I picked them. That was 3 weeks ago. Maybe I said they were second. Maybe I said I don't think I gave in and gave it to the Cowboys. Maybe I did.
I definitely had them at second.
I know.
believe.
I know I was debating the Cowboys.
I definitely had them at second.
I think I ended up picking them as the Commanders a second, and then I took Dak over Jaden Daniels or something for MVP. I think I did some shit like that.
That could be.
But whatever.
But
it doesn't fucking matter who I picked. But I'm much higher on the Commanders now than I was last week.
yes, and they just need to get it done. They needed that weapon for Daniels.
For sure.
And another big money deal, Trey Hendrickson finally
Huge.
gets paid by the Bengals, although it is just an extension for this one season, so he'll be an unrestricted free agent next season. It was a $14 million raise this year, so he's getting paid $30 million this season. That's a lot of money, and I saw something that said they're essentially paying 4 players on their team about 75% of their cap space.
Yeah. The Bengals, I was getting ready, prepping for this show, ready to rip into the Bengals for how they handled this offseason, like when I was doing the notes yesterday. And then this morning, they signed Trey Hendrickson. And it's like, oh, God damn it. Now there's nothing for me to really shit on them for. Because they got the Shamar done, they got the Trey Hendrickson done, which is a great thing that they got those done, and they got the receiver signed, whatever. But the fact that it took
So long.
this long and this much pushing and effort to get it done can't leave a good taste in your mouth if you're anybody who's not on the Bengals. It can't.
100%. Even if I'm a Bengals player, I'm still probably upset.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just because you get the end result that's the right end result doesn't mean you took the right path to get there.
Definitely not. I completely agree. And then the last bit of news I have affects a lot of football watchers. Not me. It definitely affects you.
Yeah.
But YouTube TV and Fox have until 5 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So by the time this comes out, hopefully they made a deal.
Yeah.
To make an agreement. Otherwise, Fox and Fox channels will be unavailable to YouTube TV users.
It's going to be tough right before football season for
doing
that to happen.
Especially, I mean, this week, there's no NFL but college football.
We can go ahead and delete the video that we made a couple weeks ago about websites. We can go ahead and
Yeah,
delete that. They're
bring it
back.
right back.
They are back and better than
I don't
ever.
have one for college football, though. I'm going to have to find one out.
We'll talk after. Yeah, this sucks, bro.
It definitely does.
This actually sucks.
It's happened, I feel like, a couple times. But on the bright side, if it does happen and they're out for a while, YouTube TV is willing to pay you $10 in credit. So
That's it?
$10 credit to anybody who's
Wow,
affected. That's massive.
I'm going to get emotional.
That's life-changing.
The fact that a corporation like that would just be so generous to give us their $10 for fucking us over completely.
Taking away some of the biggest channels on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Some
not
of the
just
largest.
Fox. It's got Fox, Fox News, Fox Sports 1.
How am I supposed to watch Colin Coward?
Yeah, exactly. You cannot watch Colin Coward.
My hat is forwards because of him.
Yeah.
I don't want him to view me differently.
Exactly.
But that sucks. Yeah.
On the bright side, you can get $10.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, that sucks. The $10 doesn't suck. But so that'll pay for 3 days of our editing software.
Could be, yeah.
That'll get that done.
It'll pay
good to
for
know.
maybe a quarter of a tank of gas.
Yeah, love that. I love that. Is that all you got?
That is all I got in terms of headlines with NFL.
All right, that will bring us to our final division preview, which it's our third time around now doing this, and this is where it starts to get real.
Yeah.
We're here, and we're not doing a preview episode for week 1 either. So after this, the next time we plug in the equipment, we will have watched week 1.
Yes. National Football League.
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
Oh, I just gave myself chills there. But we'll start with the Ravens here. 12-5 last season, lost in the I wrote wild card round, but they lost in the divisional round to the Buffalo Bills, correct?
Yes.
Yes, they beat the Steelers in the first round. They lost in the divisional round to the Buffalo Bills. Where did they rank in passing yards per game last season, Michael?
Pretty high, I'd assume. I mean, I know they're number 1 in rushing. I'm going to guess like 10th in passing yards.
7th.
Pretty good.
Rushing.
First.
Yes. Passing yards allowed per game.
I remember them being bad. I'm going to go 22nd.
27th.
Wow, so terrible.
Yeah.
I know they were really, really bad at the start of the season and figured it out towards the
Yeah,
end.
that's basically what happened. They moved Kyle Hamilton around.
And I know they were a good rushing defense.
And rushing yards allowed per game.
5th.
First.
Plays.
Couple first. That's
Yeah.
what you look for. Unfortunately, outside of their draft, I don't love their offseason at all, to be completely honest. They bring in D-Hop, who's old and washed and couldn't even really help a Patrick Mahomes led and Andy Reid led offense, which says a lot about him. Jair Alexander, who doesn't play. But their draft was great. Malachi Starks, I thought was a great pick late in the round. Mike Green fell to them in the mid-second round, so that was good. They also got Emory Jones Jr., the tackle. Their losses, not a ton of losses. They lose Trey White to the Bills, not a big deal. Patrick McCarry, that's a tough loss on the offensive line. Outside of that, nothing really crazy. They lost Aguilar, out here catching babies unlike Aguilar. And then their re-signs were big, though. They got Stanley, Henry, Bateman, Van Noy, and Ricard on the re-signs. So, didn't lose a ton. Definitely didn't gain a ton. Pretty stale offseason for the Ravens, but luckily for them, they were one of the best teams in the NFL last year. So if you stay where you are and you were one of the best teams, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I do like some of the guys they drafted on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it's their best part of their offense.
Mike Green can be a big difference maker for them. Malachi Starks as well, putting him out there with. You already got Kyle Hamilton. That's a huge one. They lose Justin Tucker, but they replace him with Tyler Loop, who looks like he's been very good so far in preseason.
Really?
I think he hit a 61-yarder with look kind of effortless. So somehow they've managed to just do it again. But
yeah,
their offensive line, it isn't great, but they have Derrick Henry, they have Lamar Jackson. They're still going to be a solid offensive line. And the concern I have is they have one of the hardest schedules, but that kind of comes with being a good team. And
yeah.
Honestly, I think all 8 teams in this preview today have like 8 of the top 12 hardest schedules.
Yeah, it's 2 of the hardest divisions. The best and then one of the best.
Mm-hmm. But no coaching changes for them, so they get to keep that fluidity. I mean, I think Harbaugh's been there 17 years now, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you have Lamar Jackson. That's the biggest thing. He's an MVP candidate. He's going to be great. They need him to just continue to play like how he has the last couple of years. Hasn't gotten injured, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But they just need that to continue, and they just need to. We said it last year, and we said it the year before. They just need to do it in the playoffs.
I got to address this on the show. How much? I know you were chirping the mic stand before. How much better is the mic stand than holding it, though?
Oh, it's way better than holding it.
Way better than holding it.
It's way better than holding it, but the mic stand on Amazon.com looked a lot larger than it does now.
I mean, if you're in the chat and you've gotten to this point, say something about the mic stand. Do you think it's a good mic stand? Do you think it looks like shit? Do you think it's trippy that Mike isn't holding Mike for the first time?
That's true. You know, on Amazon, it had it going up and down and up and down and up. This thing is like 10 inches.
I had to at least mention it. I couldn't not mention it. But
yeah.
That's all I really have about the Ravens. They're still going to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, they have weapons. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Isaiah Likely. They have weapons. Mark Andrews, hopefully he can catch balls this year.
He's going to have a bounce back, I think. I think he's going to have a bounce back.
And then the big addition as well on the defensive side of the ball, we talked about how their pass defense bad. They bring in Jair Alexander. So
doesn't play, though.
If he's healthy and can stay on the field, which watch him be able to do that now with Baltimore.
Hey, I'm fine by that. That's fine by me.
They've worked on the secondary, and if the secondary's better and the run defense can stay the same, they can be dangerous.
Kyle Hamilton has another All-Pro year. They're going to be good.
They're going to be good, yes.
Lamar hopefully wins MVP because he got robbed last year. But next team here, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were 10-7 last year, lost in the wild card round. We might as well just make that a soundbite and just play that every time we do the Steelers preview. But where did they rank in passing yards per game this year?
Pretty poor, I imagine, with Fields and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I'll go with 20th.
26th.
Wow.
Which, by the way, today's the 26th. Happy birthday to Zach Youngman.
Yes, Zach Youngman's birthday today.
Rushing yards per game, where do they rank?
I don't have a big... I'm just going to guess 16th.
12th.
Oh, so that's close.
Passing yards allowed per game.
Not great, but not terrible again. I'll go 16th.
23rd.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, rushing yards allowed per game.
They got to be good somewhere. I'll go 12th.
11th. But, I mean, even that is like, is that good?
Yeah.
They made the playoffs at 10-7 though, which is kind of wild when
They
you
do
look
it
at
every
that.
season, though.
They made a lot of trades this offseason. They traded for DK. They traded for Jalen Ramsey. They traded for Jonnu Smith. They didn't really make a ton of signing additions. They got Malik Harrison from the Ravens, the linebacker who we spoke about 4 seconds ago. They drafted Derek Harmon, Caleb Johnson, and Jack Sawyer. Decent draft for them, in my opinion. I didn't really have too many bones to pick with their draft. They did lose a lot of guys, though. They lost Dan Moore Jr., Justin Fields, Minka Fitzpatrick, Preston Smith, Russell Wilson, Mike Williams, James Daniels, Larry Ogunjobi, Dante Jackson, Najee Harris, Nate Herbig, Cordell Patterson, and Landon Roberts, which is
It's a big list.
a lot. Not all those guys are great, but there's guys and there's a lot of starters in there.
Yes, a lot of starters.
Which is important. And as far as re-signs, they get the TJ Watt deal done, which is huge. But outside of that, nothing really notable for them. They weren't that good last year. They're well coached, so they got to 10-7. They got, in my opinion, noticeably worse this season, although I think they have a much better quarterback. It's just funny that the Steelers have been in this trying to find a quarterback. And now that I think they have the best quarterback they brought in out of all these 1-year guys, they probably have the worst roster around them that they've had since they've been doing the quarterback shuffle.
Yeah, I don't think I can really disagree with that. I mean, they have some good tight ends. I guess you could say the tight end room's good. Pratt Freiermuth's good. Johnny Smith was great last year with the Dolphins. They brought him in that trade.
Weird ad. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is a weird ad. But you got DK now, Calvin Austin, and Scotty Miller. Is that a great receiving room?
No.
No.
Is it that much better than Pickens and them?
No.
No.
I would almost rather have Pickens than DK, but that's almost another story. The running back room, I like bringing in Caleb Johnson. I think he's a guy who can revamp him, get him going. I like him more than Jalen Warren. We'll see how that goes throughout the season. I like Will Howard in the long run. He might be able to become a good backup. But you got Aaron Rodgers now. You have to start him. He's 41, hasn't played his best football recently. And you got a tough schedule because you're in one of the hardest divisions and you're playing a tough division as well. But they have a good core and they have a great coach. So we'll see if they can get it done. They stuck with Arthur Smith. It'll be his second year as their OC. So.
And he had Jonnu Smith in the backfield in training camp.
Yeah. We know Arthur Smith loves Jonnu Smith.
Oh, he does. He does.
From the time in Atlanta.
And he loves tight ends, too. Loves tight ends. Well, I can't say the same because Kyle Pitts.
Yes. Kyle Pitts breakout season incoming.
Yeah. Check out the TikTok for that. But are you ready to move on to the Bengals?
Yeah, sure.
Cincinnati Bengals last year notoriously finished 9-8 and missed the playoffs at the very end. Where did they rank in passing yards per game?
I'm going to guess pretty high. Top 8, I'd guess. I'll go with 6th.
1.
Ooh.
Rushing yards per game.
Not as high. I still think they were pretty good, though. And maybe it's just touchdowns. I'll go with, 16th.
30th.
Oh, wow.
Passing yards allowed per game.
Bad 26th.
22nd. Rushing yards allowed per game.
26th.
19th.
So, I mean, we know their defense is bad.
I mean, their passing game was great and everything else sucked, to be honest. But they had Tadarius Slayton, Noah Fant, Oren Burks. They also got... They also drafted Shamar Stewart, Demetrius Knight Jr., and Dylan Fairchild. The guys they lost Sam Hubbard to retirement, Alex Kappa, which is addition by subtraction, Sheldon Rankins, Akeem Davis-Gaither, Jermaine Pratt, Zach Moss, and Trent Brown, who we talked about, ended up being cut anyway, so that didn't really even matter. They also, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
They also, of course, re-signed Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, BJ Hill, Mike Gesicki. We talked about Trey Hendrickson, and then, of course, Cody Ford, needle mover.
Yeah. The issue is they got rid of Alex Kappa, one of the worst offensive linemen. They replaced him with Lucas Patrick.
Offensive linemen.
Yes. I mean, yeah. He's not good.
Yeah.
They replaced him with Lucas Patrick, who
He's also not good.
Yeah. I vividly remember Bears fans being very unhappy with.
Oh, yeah.
All season. So
after hyping him up all off season.
Yeah. Yeah. The offensive line is still bad. That's maybe the main concern. You're able to keep T. Higgins, but you're paying him a ton of money. You're paying Jamar. You have to keep Jamar Chase. You're paying him a ton of money, and Joe Burrow as well. The running back room is decent with Chase Brown. He's going to be the bell cow guy. He's going to. Towards the end of the season last year, we saw him playing 85-90% of snaps most of the games.
And it's a deep RB room.
Yeah, with Taj Brooks, Gary Brightwell as well. They also bring in Samaje Perine, but still got Gesicki. They also brought in Noah Fant, which is an interesting one. I don't know what the big decision maker was there. You already had Gesicki and Drew Sample. I didn't really know if you had to use money there, but they decided to do that. This offense is going to get a lot of passing yards again as long as Burrow stays healthy. The concern is the offensive line and Burrow staying healthy.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the ball, the defense doesn't move the needle. They got rid
blamed
of
Lou.
Yeah, they blamed Lou. They got rid of Lou, and they brought in Al Golden from, I believe, Notre Dame to become their defensive coordinator. They have the easiest strength of schedule for this division, so that is a bright spot for them. But I don't know how much the defense is going to help them.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need to be perfect offensively again. Don't really see that happening. We know they're going to get off to a bad start. Who are they playing week 1? Do you have it? Because whoever they're playing week 1, take them at least by spread.
I don't know.
They're playing the Colts?
The Browns.
Oh, fuck off. God damn it. They're finally going to get a week 1 win.
Yeah.
But they did play the Patriots last year and lose. Their
first 3 weeks, Browns, Jacksonville, Vikings.
Oh, so the schedule makers are trying to lob them. Well, the Vikings will probably be.
After that, it gets brutal, though.
Yeah, schedule makers wanted to give them the easy ones early, though, while they still suck.
I mean, after that, they have a 3-game stretch of Denver, Detroit, Green Bay.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No. And then to end the season, they get almost kind of lobbed at the end of the season. Miami, Arizona, Cleveland, which Miami's good, but.
I mean, well, don't say Arizona's not good.
Yeah, that's fair.
You get crucified for that these days. But, yeah, I mean, should we just be on the Cardinals hate train now? Should we just buy into it?
I mean, if you look behind you, I don't know if you
I
really
like
can.
them. I like the Cardinals. I've always been a Cardinals fan of Cardinals fans too.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel some type of way now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel any type of way, but they can think what they want.
They can think what they want. We'll just be right in the end and then celebrate it when it's right.
Yeah.
But the Bengals, I think they finished around the same as last year. I think they finished.
I do as well, and I have a game for you here.
Oh.
They are retaining both of their tackles, Orlando Brown Jr. and Amari Mims, former top draft pick. There was, I believe, 81 qualified tackles last season. Can you guess where Orlando Brown and Amari Mims finished?
How many?
81.
Is it 80 and 81?
No.
Is it like 79 and 80 or
close?
78 and 80?
Close. Not less. I mean, close, but
79 and 78.
No.
79 and 81.
66 and 67.
Really?
6-7, yeah, and 66. So not great.
Bad. Yeah, bad for many reasons.
But I mean, they're saying 67 is a lucky number now.
Yeah, and with that RB room.
Yeah.
We gotta stop. All right. we'll move on here, unless you have anything else about the Bengals. But
that's all I got.
All right. Browns 3-14. They're probably gonna lose week 1. miss the playoffs. Where do they rank in passing yards per game last year?
Not good at all. I'll go 26th.
22nd. You're gonna guess 26 for everyone.
I think I do, but I think I got 20. I gotta switch numbers because I got it with 26 once.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you if there's another 26, but maybe there is one. Maybe there is one.
I'm not gonna believe that.
Rushing yards per game.
24th.
29th.
Oh, wrong way.
Passing yards allowed per game.
Not great, but I mean they had a decent one. I'll go with 20th.
14th. Rushing yards allowed per game.
20th.
21st. Close. Funny offseason for them, I guess. They just bring in just an infinite amount of quarterbacks. I mean, how many teams bring in 4 quarterbacks in an offseason?
Not many, but they cut 2 of them.
They did.
Or traded one, cut one.
Who's the one they cut?
Huntley.
Oh, I didn't know the Browns had Huntley too. He was in that room?
He was in that room.
What was he, QB6?
I believe he was above Shadur.
So Shadur was 6?
Could be. I don't remember.
I mean, neither. But they also bring in Cornelius Lucas, Tevin Jenkins, another Bears offensive lineman, which if you're bringing in a Bears offensive lineman, it's a bad sign overall. They did have a good draft, though. Mason Graham, Carson Schwarzenegger, Quinshon Jenkins, and Harold Fannin Jr. So they were effective in the draft. Offseason didn't lose a ton of very important guys, a couple guys who would go on to be UFAs. You also have Elijah Moore, Jameis, Nick Chubb in there, Mike Ford. So, I mean, at least they kept Myles Garrett. It's kind of like parking a Lambo at the trailer park. But, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you'd rather that than... I mean, no, they would have gotten a good package for him. So I don't know. If I'm a Browns fan, obviously you don't want Myles Garrett to go, but like, you look at the current team and it's like, maybe you should have just gotten some assets.
Yeah. I mean, this was a team that we looked at a couple years ago and we thought they were just a quarterback away. And now,
well, it fell apart, but yeah,
it really did just fall apart. The offensive line, they still have a lot of the guys they did, but they all pretty much fell off. Conklin hasn't been good. Wyatt Teller hasn't been good. Pochich hasn't been good, and Bitonio hasn't been good. And then the only one they've really brought in, the only offensive lineman they have under the age of 30 is DeJuan Jones, and he's been the worst one. He was 77th out of the 81 qualified tackles. Conklin, I guess, was the best one. He was 44th on this list.
Still not great, though.
Still not good.
Bottom half.
Yeah. This O-line, maybe it was just part of that. They didn't have much to play for. They were a bad team, so they kind of just gave up. Maybe that was it, but you got to perform, and we'll see. I mean, it would have to happen at the start of the year, but I don't think this team's going to last very long.
I mean, one of the biggest shocks of last season in general was we said the offensive line was going to be what gets them a chance to compete for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And they ended up having arguably the worst offensive line in the league last year.
Very bad. And
it's unbelievable. I still can't believe it because, like you said, they didn't lose guys. Their guys just got worse. How do you predict that?
Exactly. I mean, as a Colts fan, that happened to us one year, but the next year they came back and did get better. So it could happen, but I just don't really see this team making a playoff run. I watched Joe Flacco a lot last season. He wasn't good, but maybe that was just a coaching thing. Now that he's back with Stefanski, maybe he can show out. But
what if they have Shedeur?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. I mean, if they have Shedeur with this offensive line, I don't think that's gonna lead to much. Whatever. I don't care what Shedeur fans say. The running back room's completely revamped. They moved on from Nick Chubb. They still have Jerome Ford, I guess, but they brought in Judkins, who is yet to sign a contract. I don't know. I see people say that he could go back and like play in college. That can't be real, right? That's not possible.
I don't think so. You can maybe go into the next draft. You can go into the next draft. The Browns just can't draft him, but he can't go back to college.
I don't know. It's got to be fake.
That's a Mike Florio question. You got to ask Mike that. Because
it's already so late in the season. I don't know.
Yeah, just joining a team would be insane.
Yeah, but I like Dylan Sampson a lot. I think he's going to get a lot of running with the Browns this year. I hope. I think he could be a big guy there. And then the receiving room now is also kind of horrid. You have Jerry Jeudy, who was phenomenal last season, specifically with Jameis, rejuvenated his career. I think Cedric Tillman is good, but after that, Jamari Thrash, Isaiah Bond, who they just signed, David Bell's hurt. He's going to be out for a while. Don't have much. And then you have Njoku. So
yeah, you're
giving him just not much to throw to. The offensive line's poor, and the defense, like you said, it's Myles Garrett. You draft Mason Graham, so hopefully he can change something, but I don't really know. I don't think they're going to be a very good team, to be honest.
Yeah. As we get into our division standings here, I have a take. We talked last year, and we talked about it before this pod as well, how last year we did the North, and it was two of the best three divisions in football. With this division, I forget what other division we had, and then the NFC North.
The South, I thought.
The AFC South?
I thought we had it
might have been. But the AFC North, I think, is now the sixth hardest division in the NFL.
Sixth? I'd have to look. I don't think it's sixth. I think it might be
I only have the AFC South and the NFC South below them.
I would have to look in.
I got them over the East. Because, I mean, I look at, dude, the Steelers, you have to put the Steelers at 3 here, and I don't think the Steelers are going to be good. That means you have to put the Bengals at 2, and they have one whole side of the ball that isn't good. The Ravens are great, but the Bengals, Browns, and Steelers are not great teams.
No, but the issue with these teams sometimes is sometimes they just win.
Well, it's also, we're talking on paper. It's all speculative. Yeah. But I do not look at this as a tough division. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think you got two teams in the Browns and the Steelers that I think teams will probably beat up on a little bit. And I know that's a bad take with Mike Tomlin as the coach of the Steelers. And I know I'm 0 for 2 on saying the Steelers are going to be bad and they end up making the playoffs. But I'm going to keep standing on it. Their team isn't good on paper. I'm not going to come on here and lie and be like, yeah, they have a good team on paper just because they have a good head coach. I'm not going to lie. So that's where I feel. And I basically said it there. So Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns is mine.
Yeah, for my standings, I actually didn't do them beforehand this time, or the awards, so I'm a little worried I'm going to forget someone, but I
usually make sure you say it so I don't forget it, but continue.
Yeah, I'll go Ravens 1, Bengals 2, Steelers 3, and Browns 4.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals don't feel like a second-place team to me, but they're better than the Steelers. That's where I view them.
They just have a quarterback that wins games. Yeah. I mean, 2 teams have elite quarterbacks, 2 teams don't in this division.
Yeah.
I think it's that simple.
All right, so we'll do our division awards then, and because you don't have yours, I'll do the favor and I'll start with mine, even though I also don't have mine. But, offensive rookie of the year.
I think I got him already.
Offensive rookie of the year.
I got mine.
You got it? You want to go ahead?
I got
then?
mine.
Are you gonna say?
I was going back and forth between Dylan Sampson and Caleb Johnson. I want to go with Dylan Sampson, but I think Caleb Johnson's just a little bit of a safer pick. I'm going to go with Dylan Sampson. Why not?
There you go.
I mean, obviously I would go with Judkins if he was playing football, but
Yeah.
with everything that happened with him, I don't think he deserves to be playing football or is playing football this year. So,
Well, I am gonna take somebody who's on Judkins' team.
who's that? That's crazy. I don't believe you're actually doing that.
Give me Shadur Sanders. Give me Shadur Sanders. I don't want to hear again that I'm a Shadur Sanders hater and that I need to be better on him. I'm picking Shadur Sanders. I can't pick Shadur.
I don't think he sees the field.
I can't pick Shadur. I
don't
can't
think
do
he
it. I
sees the
wanted to
field.
do it because if I was
I
right.
think you already did.
All right, fuck it. Shadur.
You just picked Shadur Sanders.
Go ahead. D-Roy, go ahead.
D-Roy, I'm going to go with Shamar Stewart. I think he should be able to play a lot on this
Okay.
terrible Bengals defense. But, yeah, it's between him and Mike Green for me.
Yeah. I thought you were trolling at first. I'm going to take Mason Graham. I really like Mason Graham.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Mason Graham supporter, obviously. So
Yeah, there's some personal bias in there. But I like Mason Graham.
maybe,
I
but
think
I
he's
also
gonna,
just don't think he's that good.
I think he's going to benefit a ton from having Myles Garrett on that defensive line with him.
He could.
I mean, it's hard for him not to. It's not going to hurt.
It's not going to hurt.
No.
But now we're on to Opoy.
Correct.
There's obviously two options here. I think I'm going to do what I did last season. I think for Opoy, I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. I figure I'll switch it up for you so you can do the opposite and we can see who's right in the end.
Okay, so that's how you're making that pick. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm doing it so we could be opposite." So when I'm right, you can be like, "Well, I just did it so we could be opposite." I didn't actually think that.
I mean, who had a better quarterback season last year? I'd say they were pretty close. Lamar Jackson had a better team.
I mean, yeah, clearly, but I mean, I don't know. I think that goes into it, does it not? Wins.
I think wins do, but I think it's a mix of both. I don't think the Bengals are going to be that far behind. Actually, I kind of do. I definitely do.
There was a bigger gap in record than it was in QB stats.
Fair enough. I'm still.
And Burrow threw more picks, right?
You're not going to change my mind. I think Joe Burrow knows that this year is pretty much the year that he has to win something.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm picking Joe for Offensive Player of the Year. I think he's going to be great. But like I said, You said that this is the year he has to win something. I'm not sure he does win something this year. Unless you mean MVP. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, that could be one of them.
Okay.
I mean, I just think the Bengals know it's kind of a do-or-die year with all the money situation going on. For Depoy, I'm going to go with Kyle Hamilton. I think he's one of the best safeties in football, maybe the best player. I think he is the best player on this defense. Him or Roquan are both up there, but he's a game changer. One of the best players on defense in football. I got Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, we heavily disagree on this division. I'm clearly going Myles Garrett, unless you're going Myles Garrett MVP and you're going to snub Joe Burrow, which if that's the case, then I'm with you. But I'm going to go with Myles Garrett for my defensive player.
This is the issue with not doing it beforehand, but I'm going to stand on business.
Okay.
Because I only wrote down Trey Hendrickson and Kyle Hamilton.
Forgot one. A big one.
Forgot a big one. But I'm still going to go with Kyle Hamilton. I mean,
yeah, it's not
this is the thing where you have with the best team, I guess. Am I going to pick a team in last place? I don't know.
It's a little bit different with quarterback. It's the most important position in sports. It really affects a team more than a safety does.
Yeah. For MVP, I got Joe Burrow, though. I think he's going to have one of the best quarterback seasons in the NFL this year as long as he can stay healthy. The offensive line isn't good, but he has the weapons. Same coach he's had for a while. I don't think he's going to regress. I think he's going to get better, and it's really do or die for this core.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the best regular season quarterback in the NFL. I'll take Lamar Jackson. I wish I didn't have to give that qualifier, but playoffs mean more, and Mahomes is better in the playoffs than him. So you kind of have to say that Mahomes is better, even if for 17 games straight, Lamar proves he's better. If Mahomes is better in the last 3, it doesn't fucking matter how good you did in the first 17. So as much as I'd like to call him the best quarterback in the NFL, it's still Mahomes to me, regardless.
I agree.
I'm taking Lamar.
I agree. I don't think he's the second best quarterback in the NFL, but
Well, you also have a syndrome.
syndrome.
An affinity for another player.
I don't know what you're talking
Josh
about.
Allen?
It is Josh Allen, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he did win MVP last season and beat Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, so
I mean, he shouldn't have won MVP, but he did beat Lamar in the playoffs, correct?
you just made the fact of winning in the playoffs and Josh Allen
100%.
looked better in the playoffs.
But I also said Lamar doesn't do good in the playoffs.
Yeah. So if someone
And neither does Josh Allen. Let's keep it a buck. But
he's definitely had games in the playoffs where he's performed.
Yeah, but
at
I mean,
a great level against good teams.
They have a combined 0 Super Bowl appearances. So.
That's true. Head to head though.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Quick.
No, go ahead.
One before we get started on the NFC North, which is maybe the best division in football.
Not maybe.
Wild thing that I wrote down in my notes just because I was going through it and I thought it was funny. All 4 of these offensive lines in the NFC North are better than all 4 of the offensive lines in the AFC North. Just wanted to point that out there.
You're saying if you took the 8 teams and ranked their offensive lines, the first 4 would be NFC?
Yes.
Who's the best offensive line in the AFC North? Ravens, probably.
Yeah, probably the Ravens. And
I'm not taking the Ravens over any of these 4.
No.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
I mean it's not really a stat either.
It's a crazy opinion, I guess.
Yeah, a crazy opinion that I agree with as well.
Yeah.
But, all right, we'll start the NFC North with the reigning, defending NFC North champions 2 seasons in a row, defending first overall seed in the NFC, even though we lost in the first round that we were eligible to play in. Detroit Lions, 15-2 last season, lost in the divisional round, of course. Where did they rank in passing yards per game?
Second.
On the money, second.
There we go. I got one.
Rushing yards per game.
Second.
Third. Close. Passing yards allowed per game.
22nd.
31st. Rushing yards allowed per game.
12th.
6th.
Oh, wow. A little better
So
than I thought.
second, third, 31st, 6th. Pretty damn good, but they were 15-2, so you can expect that. Who did they lose in the offseason? They, of course, lost Carlton Davis, which when you replace him with DJ Reed, that's an upgrade, so you can't really hate on that one at all. Zadarius Smith is an unrestricted free agent. There is absolutely 0 reason on this planet that he shouldn't be a Detroit Lion. He currently lives in Detroit still. It's absurd that he's not on a team yet, and the Lions only have 3 edge rushers on the roster after having to cut Ahmad Hassainen today due to an injury. They also lost Kevin Zeitler. That's a huge loss, right guard. You lose Frank Ragnow. That's a huge loss. He retires. And then everybody else, it's John Kaminsky, Fatu Melifonwu, Emmanuel Mosley, Teddy Bridgewater. Nobody super important there. As far as ads, not really anything after DJ Reed that's too important. Got a lot of corners in free agency. Outside of DJ Reed, none of them are really that great, but you get Avonte Maddox to be a pseudo slot for you if you have some injuries, which they're going to have. Rock Ya-Sin is Rock Ya-Sin. In the draft, they draft Tyleik Williams late in the first round. They also get Tate Rowledge in the second round. One of the best value picks in the draft, in my opinion. He's going to be an immediate starter for the Lions. And with no Frank Ragnow and no Kevin Zeitler and now Graham Glasgow's hurt, he absolutely has to be a great starter. And then Isaac Tesla, who you drafted in the third round, drafted him a lot higher than people wanted you to. Brad Holmes' track record, when he does that, it usually works out fairly well for him. And Isaac Tesla's been great in the preseason. So I think he's going to be a great wide receiver 3-4. Depending on how Tim Patrick plays throughout the year. But, you know, the best Lions additions aren't the ones in free agency. They're the guys that they're getting back last year. They had the record for most guys on IR, most guys on one side of the ball on IR. They're getting most of those guys back defensively. Obviously, you still don't get Lee McNeil until, like, Thanksgiving. You still don't get Malcolm Rodriguez until, like, Thanksgiving. You don't get... Who else am I missing? That might be it. Derek Barnes, I think, is a little shaky to start the year. But... You get Hutch back. You still have Jack Campbell. You still have the best safety duo in the league, and Kirby and Brian Branch. Your secondary got a lot better. You get a second-year Terrion Arnold, who's probably only going to get better. You unfortunately lose Ennis Rakestraw again. He's out for the year now, so he's going to have played like 3 games in his first 2 seasons. That's brutal. But yeah, I mean, they were 15-2 last year with the most injuries in football. Does that mean they're going to be healthy this season and go 17-0 or 16-1? No, they're probably going to be healthier and lose more games, but that's just how it works when you're one of the best few teams in football. You're going to have a really tough schedule, and they're in the best division. So I still think the Lions are going to be great next year. I think they probably lose more like 4 or 5 games than 2, but I think they'll be a better team than last year.
I do find it interesting, though, that you did not mention the 2 biggest losses the Lions had.
Who are you gonna say?
I mean, Ben Johnson
Oh yeah, Ben Johnson
and Aaron Glenn. That was by far the two biggest losses, in my opinion, losing.
Yeah, to the public is really infatuated with that.
I mean, it's going to be like that when you have an offensive coordinator that has been that successful.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna live with Ben Johnson not going on the field and throwing touchdowns and scoring points for us. I don't understand how we're gonna live without that.
He does call the plays. It's still a big loss.
No, it's a big loss.
I
It's
mean-
just like we're not gonna act like they don't have just as good, if not a better roster than they did with Ben Johnson. And like,
I don't think this roster is better than last year's roster.
you don't
I do not.
just because the offensive line losses.
The offensive line losses, yes.
They're better in the secondary. That was their biggest weakness, as we know.
It's I mean, new
You
offensive.
don't think this
coordinator
roster
and a
day
worse
one
offensive
is
line.
better than the roster at the end of the season last year?
At the end of the season last year, I think no.
That's what I mean. They played the end of last year with half their team gone. They're all back. A lot of them are back now.
A lot of them, but I mean,
That's the
they
same.
have
as
to stay healthy still.
Of course, they have to stay healthy, but so does the entire rest of the NFL.
I mean, good point, but I still think that definitely the start of the season last year was better than the start of the season this year, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, when they had everybody, I guess just because the offensive line.
Yeah, this
But
offensive line.
everywhere else are the same, if not.
I know you're still very, very high on this offensive line.
I'm still high on them. I don't think they're like the best in the league anymore.
Yeah, I would put them maybe at like 8th in terms of offensive
You
line.
can win a Super Bowl with the 8th best offensive line.
Can you run the ball as well as you did last year with the 8th best offensive line?
No, but when you're second
I
and
don't know.
third in passing and rushing, I think you can figure it out.
Still got to do it again with a new offensive coordinator, which I still
Yeah.
think they're going to be good.
Me too.
I think they're going to be good. The offensive line is concerning a little bit, but you still got Amon-Ra. I think Jameson Williams is going to continue to get better. And you have one of the top 5 running backs in Gibbs, and maybe the best running back duo with Gibbs and Montgomery. So you still have that. Got to perform. You need Aiden Hutchinson to come back from a very hard injury to come back from. And can he play at the same level? We don't know. But
Allegedly, he's been really good in camp. I'm the first guy to
they
tell you that
always-
doesn't mean anything, but
it doesn't mean
I
anything.
mean,
You
that's all
could
we
be
got.
good in camp and be terrible in the season. We've seen that with a couple players.
we'll see.
But, I mean, a coordinator change, in my opinion, is still a big thing. We saw the Falcons have one of the best offenses in football. Their coordinator leaves, and they struggled to make the playoffs after that with Kyle Shanahan. So we'll see how it goes. I still think they're going to be good. They have a deep roster. Still need some guys to stay healthy now. I do think they're going to regress a little bit. I think maybe about like 12, 13 wins.
Yeah, that's why I said 4 or 5 losses. I agree.
And then the last thing I'm concerned about with the Lions is they do have the hardest schedule in the NFL. They play the North. They play the Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles. Very hard schedule.
Those are like the North is like their tough or their easy
Yeah,
games.
It is, yeah. But
the Giants and whatnot. But what do they got? Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles,
they have the hardest schedule.
Bengals. If you think they're good,
I looked at, I believe, 3 different websites, and it all had the Lions as the hardest schedule, strength
Yeah.
of schedule. So that makes me lean more
Giants are
towards 12
too,
wins.
aren't they?
Yeah, the Giants. It was them, 'cause, I mean, we went through the Giants schedule on that preview.
Ridiculous. And
And-
we found 2 wins, 1 win.
Yes, I think we settled on 2.
Yeah, which
But yeah,
won't happen, but just looks like it. That's the thing I hate about this. Like, and I don't hate the previews, but it's like we sit here and we just speculate for 4 weeks about these teams, and you never know what's going to happen. Up until this week, we didn't even have the rosters completely set, and here we go. I'm just ready for the frickin' season to start, where we can just talk about what happened, and not what's going to happen. That's
Buccaneers
just,
as well
what about them?
in the
Hard
Lions schedule.
Oh yes. So, I mean, Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Buccaneers. We'll move on though to maybe the most confusing team on here, and that's the Minnesota Vikings. They had the Colts swap here with Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Isaiah Rodgers technically for Cam Bynum and Daniel Jones. And I don't know if I love that trade for you guys, but I guess you got a starting quarterback out of it, so I guess it kind of works out for you. But yeah, they didn't add a ton. Actually, no, I take that back because I like Fries, Allen, and Kelly. I think those are huge adds for them, especially Jonathan Allen. I think that's going to be huge for their defense, a defense that was already very good in the run game. But we will ask you here. They were 14-3 last year. They lost in the wild card round to the Rams in Arizona when they played that game. People forget.
Yeah.
But where did they rank in passing yards per game?
I believe it was pretty high. Was it 8? Is it 8th?
Yes, it is 8th.
It is 8th.
Yes,
Wow.
it is 8th. Okay, where did they rank in rushing yards per game?
I'll go with like 28th.
19th.
Oh.
Passing yards allowed per game.
I believe, pretty bad, like 26th.
29th.
I said I was going to stop doing 26.
Yeah, and then rushing yards allowed for Graham.
I believe they were decent. I'm going to go with 8th.
Second.
Yeah, a little higher than I thought.
Yes, but yeah, they lost a lot in their secondary. They lost Shaq Griffin, Stephon Gilmore, Harrison Phillips on the D-line, Patrick Jones on the D-line. Obviously, they lost Cam Bynum and Cam Robinson. So here's my thing with this team of why they're just so hard to predict, because they go last year and they were 14-3. They completely changed their quarterback. They're going with a quarterback that's never started a game in the NFL. Their team got a little bit worse, but they were still 14-3 last year. So you got to say they have top end talent and they have that top end coaching, which makes the teams like them and the Steelers hard to gauge on how they're going to play, because you can't. It's hard to factor in how great of coaching they have. We're just looking at their rosters and giving an analysis of what we think they're going to do based on the rosters, but it's hard to evaluate the coaching in it. So when you if they still had Sam Darnold this year and the same moves in the offseason, it'd be like, okay, they were 14-3 last year. They got a little bit worse in a spot that they couldn't afford to get a little bit worse, and they won some games maybe last year that they shouldn't have. So let's say they win 11 games, 12 games, whatever. Now it's like, well, they were good. They also changed their quarterback. What's he going to be? We don't know. How do you predict them?
Yeah, it's tough. This is one of the hardest teams. It all comes down to how do you view J.J. McCarthy.
Right.
And I've never been a big J.J. McCarthy supporter, but he's got all the pieces there to be successful. The coaching is there. The offensive line is very good. Like you said, they brought in Kelly and Fries, Donovan Jackson at left guard, and then they have one of the best tackle duos with Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw. So you get that, and had one of the best receivers in football with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison as well. Jalen Naylor's a sneaky, solid third one, and then T.J. Hawkinson, a solid tight end. So he has everything to be successful. It's just, will it happen is the big question, and I don't know if I see it, because I've never been a McCarthy supporter, but every time I think he's bad, he finds a way to prove me wrong. So
yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on here. Green Bay. They were 11-6 last year, lost in the wild card round to the eventual Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles on the road. Where did they rank in passing yards per game?
Green Bay passing yards per game, I'd say decent. I'll go 10th.
They were 14th.
Wow.
Rushing yards per game.
Again, I'd say decent. 10th.
6th.
Oh, wow.
Passing yards allowed per game.
I mean, they had a solid defense last season. They finished well. I'll go with, let me guess, 10th.
8th.
Oh.
You're right around it.
I know. I mean, I'm not wrong.
Rushing yards allowed per game.
And again, I think they were decent. I think I'm just going to go with 10th.
7th. You're right there.
That's decent. I'll take that.
14th, 6th, 8th, 7th. So they were pretty solid, but nothing was. I mean, 6th and 7th are pretty good.
Yeah.
But, I was about to say auditions in the offseason. Additions in the offseason. Aaron Banks from the 49ers, Nate Hobbs from the Raiders, Mecole Hardman, and Isaiah Simmons no longer, as he is cut from the team. They drafted Matthew Golden, who is number 20. What is he, 24 as a receiver?
Yeah, it's something weird. Maybe 22. I think it might be 22.
I think it is 22. I'm pretty sure it's 22. But who was the... Was it the BYU quarterback that's number 47?
Yeah.
That is just hilarious.
Just a wild number. It was the BYU quarterback. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he's number 47, though. Shout out to him.
His name is Bear. Oh, yeah. It was like Bear Backheimer.
Yeah. His name is Bear. His name is Bear.
His name is Bear. That's all that matters.
Backheimer, maybe.
Yeah. Bachmeier.
But they lost to Daryl Slatton, which... It's just a funny name to me for some reason. Jair Alexander, of course, they lost Eric Stokes, Eric Wilson, double Erics. Can't lose two Erics. A.J. Dillon and Josh Myers. And honestly, man, like, this was a team that I felt like was good last year. A really young team, especially offensively. And this felt like an offseason where they could make some moves and get in the right direction and start competing in a division that's extremely tough right now. And their offseason was a letdown.
Oh, yeah. I'm not it didn't move me, to be honest.
Yeah.
You still have Jordan Love, and he gets hurt, has to have surgery in preseason, so we didn't really get much of a preseason or a training camp. So that's concerning as well. And did they really get better? I don't think so. And they struggled towards the end of last season. Toyotathon didn't work out for Jordan Love last year. Struggled there, but they still have a good offensive line. Zach Tom was good. Jordan Morgan, Elton Jenkins, I think, is back to guard. So I think they'll have a good offensive line, but like we said, this whole division has a very hard strength to schedule, all of them, and they're at victims of that. So we'll see how they do there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to be bad by any means. Like we said, this is the best division in football. I don't think any of these teams are bad. However, they were 11-6 last year, and if they didn't get better, it's kind of tough to believe they're going to be able to contend for this division. But they will. They're going to contend for this division, and there's a lot of people picking them for some reason.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick them to win, but
neither would I. But here's one thing, and I will say about this, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself because we're going to do the standings. I see a lot of people getting creative with this division. I'm seeing a lot of Packers. I'm seeing, weirdly, a lot of Vikings. I can say a reason. I can give reasons of why every single team won't win. The least amount of reasons is the Lions, whether you think their offensive line sucks or not. I mean, I don't see the Packers winning this division, really. I find it tough to believe that a rookie, J.J. McCarthy, essentially, is going to be able to win the best division in football, and the Bears are the Bears. So it's really tough for me, even if I'm not a Lions fan, to say that the Lions aren't going to win this division. It's tough.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions win this division.
You actually don't? Do you think the Packers are going to win?
I said I don't.
Oh, you just said you don't think the Lions are going to win this division.
Oh, I meant to say the Packers. I don't think the Packers are going to win this division.
Okay.
They have a good running game. I mean, their offensive line is going to be good.
Yeah.
They have a good running back with Josh Jacobs.
For sure.
And their receiving core, while they have a lot of good players, they don't have a great one.
Yeah.
I think Reed's good. I think Golden's going to be good. Dobbs, I heard, was at risk of being cut, but he makes the team.
Really?
Or maybe it was Wicks. It was one of them.
It might have been Wicks.
It might have been neither of them.
Okay.
No, I think it was Dobbs. I thought it was Dobbs was at risk of getting cut. Which, I mean, I think he's a solid receiver. Dontavian Wicks, Christian Watson's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
Was he out for the season or just?
I know he's on the PUP.
Yeah, he's on the PUP list. I couldn't remember if he tore his ACL.
Never want to be on the PUP.
Oh, yeah, he tore his ACL last season.
Yes, at the end.
So he's going to be out for a while still.
Yes.
But, I mean, I think you can live without him. You still got some decent guys. And Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave doesn't move you as a tight end duo, but you can get it done there. It's just, I don't know if, I think Jordan Love can win you games. I don't think he can win you a division.
Agreed. Completely agree. At least not with this roster. But all right. Let's move on to our final team here. Team 32 of 32.
Final one.
We're going to have to cut your cam. But Chicago Bears were 5-12 last year. They lost 10 games in a row at one point after starting 4-2. They missed the playoffs. I would never, ever, ever wear another team. Just going to put that out there now. Any respect I had for you is gone.
That's crazy.
Put all the buttons on that hat. Put all the buttons on it.
It's an old hat. I thought I'd bring it out. I mean, why not?
Where did they rank in passing yards per game last year?
I want to go 32nd, but I'll go 30th.
31st. Split them.
Right in the middle.
Rushing yards per game.
26th.
24th.
Oh, I should have. Oh, I said 24th earlier.
Passing yards allowed per game.
What number have I not guessed yet? I'll go 20th.
17th. You've definitely guessed 20. No question.
But have I got it
You guess
right?
like the same four numbers.
I know,
every
but have I
time.
ever got it?
No.
I think it's all about getting close. I don't think
It's not about getting it.
It's about getting close, yeah.
27th.
Yeah, bad.
Rushing yards allowed per game.
20th.
27th. They were actually 17th in passing yards allowed per game, but I accidentally just read the rushing yards one out loud and then tried to play it off like I didn't.
Oh.
So the rushing yards is 27th, the passing is 17th. But yeah, horrible. They were bad. No two ways around it. If you want to say that one of the biggest losses for the Lions was Ben Johnson, then I guess the biggest addition for the Bears is Ben Johnson by that logic.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better for the Bears and it's bad for the Lions.
I don't disagree with that.
Because it's really good for the Bears. I don't think it's really bad for the Lions. That's how I.
I'd definitely say it's bad for the Lions. I don't know if it's really bad, but it's bad for the Lions. Well, I mean, we'll see. Obviously,
yeah,
it's all speculation.
Yeah, we will see. What was really good for
we could be sitting here and you could be saying it's a really bad loss, or you could be saying it's an okay loss.
We play the Packers.
Yeah.
We don't play the Bears.
No, I just mean in general.
Oh, I thought you meant bad loss, like you lose to the Bears week 1.
No, I just mean
okay.
Bad loss as of you're losing Ben Johnson.
Yeah, it's going to be bad early, or it's going to be you're going to feel the loss more early. I think by midseason, end of season, we're not going to be talking about Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
At
but you
least
have
about the Lions.
the Bears like what, week 3 in Detroit?
2, I think.
It could be, yeah, it's either 2 or 3.
I think it's 2. I think it's Packers Bears to open the year in Detroit.
Yeah.
In
and
Lambeau
you want to be
Detroit.
firing on all cylinders for that game.
I know. I wish it wasn't week 2. But also, they're going to be getting adjusted to their new head coach out like the Lions in both those games. But regardless, the Bears had a pretty good offseason. Joe Thuney, Dio Dingbo, Jonah Jackson, Grady Jarrett, Drew Dahlman. This offensive line is significantly better, especially with the additions of Thuney and Dahlman. They drafted Colson Loveland, which was a hilarious pick. Luther Burden, they got a steal in the second round, and they also drafted Shamar Turner late in the second round. Losses, not really a ton. Honestly, don't think any of these are impactful. DeMarcus Walker, not on a team. Coleman Shelton, not good. Gerald Everett, old, not on a team. Darrell Taylor, Tevin Jenkins, bad.
No.
Keenan Allen, old and bad. Jacob Martin, who is that?
Jacob Martin's solid, actually. Good pass rusher.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not good enough because the Bears weren't that good last year rushing the passer. However, they also didn't really bring back anybody as well. They brought back Kyler Gordon, Tyjae Edwards, both extended those, and then re-signed Chris Williams. But, yeah, I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about what the Bears did in the offseason. I think they have a great head coach, obviously, in Ben Johnson. Why am I blanking on their DC?
Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen. By the way, we were trying to think of the guy's name from the Saints who interned last year, Darren Rizzi. It came to my head after we finished recording. It was Darren Rizzi, yes. But, yeah, the Bears had a great offseason. They're the offseason champs 3 years in a row for a reason. They haven't done it in the regular season yet. And until they do, I'm not picking them to win shit.
Yeah, 3 years in a row offseason champ. Very impressive. Shout out to the Bears for that. Don't know how you are able to be that successful in the offseason and not successful
picks a
during
different
the
quarterback
season.
And you switch up on them.
We don't even know where I'm going with this yet.
Just saying, you're wearing the hat.
I can wear a hat and still say
you
other things.
You switched up on your team.
Never switched up on my team. That's just a completely wrong take. I think they did great things with the offensive line, bringing in Dahlman, Jackson, Thuney. If they can all stay healthy, that can be one of the best interior offensive lineman trios in football. Luke Newman's a solid depth piece. I've heard good things from him out of camp, former Spartan dog, so good for him finding his way onto that team. And they have a great receiving room with Luther Burden as their third receiver now, Diontae, and obviously DJ Moore. My concern is I've never been a big DeAndre Swift fan. I'm a little concerned that he's not going to be able to be like he's not going to be close to what Jahmyr Gibbs is with the Lions.
Yes.
Or even David Montgomery with the Lions. But they're going to want to run the football, and he's going to have to be pretty good. And we've seen him be solid at points, but I still think that's a spot they should have improved on in the offseason. Like we said with the Vikings, it all depends on J.J. McCarthy, but we haven't seen him play. We need Caleb Williams to improve. He hasn't been yet. For me, it was a disappointing rookie season all around. But the
Bears fans would argue against that.
The coaching staff was very bad for him all around. I mean, stats-wise and play-wise, you can say it was a bad season and then say the coaches were the problem. But then he had a bad season.
Bears always have an excuse for whatever
they
protects
do
their
always
narrative. Yeah.
Yes. But the defense should still be pretty solid. Montez Sweat is still there. They still got guys.
Secondary still has.
I mean, they still have one of the better cornerbacks in Jalen Johnson out there.
And then
they need guys to stay healthy as well. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this team. Do I think they can beat a team like the Vikings? I think they can do it, but I don't know.
I have my standings picks and we're ready to go.
It was just, it's like Caleb Williams has everything to be successful. Can he do it? Is again the biggest question. Solid linebacking duo, I guess, with Tremaine Edmonds and Tyjae Edwards.
Yeah, I'm sure the Bears will be solid.
And I think their defense is going to be improved as well with Dennis Allen out there as the defensive coordinator. He's been very successful as a defensive coordinator in his career.
Yep. I'm going to do my standings. Going to start with the Lions for obvious reasons. 2, I'm going to go with the Packers, actually. Despite them not having a good offseason, I think they were a good enough team to begin with where I think it's fine. At 3, the Bears are starting their lease in Arlington Heights soon. Correct?
I have no idea.
But they still have their lease for last place in the division of the NFC North. So I'm going to go Vikings 3rd, Bears last. Still got some payments, though.
Interesting. I have the Lions first, even though they have the hardest schedule. I think the Bears might have the easiest schedule out of the 4 teams in this
Yes, they do.
division. The only concern I have with the Bears on the offensive line is the tackles. I still think they're going to have a great offensive line, though. I'll go Bears 2, Packers 3, Vikings 4.
Whew. Wow. You wore that hat for a reason.
I mean, I think the head coaching upgrade is huge. I still don't think if they make the playoffs, I don't think they do anything in the playoffs. With that being said.
All right. We shall see.
We shall see.
All right, let's do our division awards here. Do you have this one written down?
I
don't know this one either.
I don't.
My offensive rookie of the year. Loveland, no chance. Burden, no chance. Golden, no chance.
I mean, I know where
Donovan
you're going
Jackson,
with
no
this.
chance. Oh, yeah, a true starter impact player immediately. Tate Ratledge
I knew you were going
is going to be my offensive rookie of the year. He's, like I said, the Lions are putting a lot of pressure on him his rookie year, but he was a 4-year starter at Georgia, or not Georgia. Wait, is he Georgia or Ohio State? Why am I messing that up? He's Georgia. Tyjae Williams is Ohio State. But, yeah, he was a 4-year starter. Come on. Easy money. Golden, I guess, might be good because, like you said, Christian Watson is out for a while, so he's going to get some opportunities. And I actually like Luther Burden Jr. or Luther Burden III a lot. I was just kind of trolling because he's a Bear. But, yeah, I got to go with Tate Ratledge here. I think he has the most pressure on him to make an immediate impact of all these guys.
I don't disagree. But I think I'm going with Colston Loveland
Really?
as my O'Roy. I think he's just going to be on the field a lot. I mean, I think him and Cole Kmet, I don't think they're great. In my opinion, I don't think they're good, but I think he's going to get the ball thrown to him a decent amount. He's going to be on the field a lot. And while I don't think he's that good, I think he could get a lot of touches. And there's not too many weapons outside of Tate Ratledge to pick for this division. So I'm going Colston Loveland.
Oh, my God.
I know, yeah.
Defense is brutal.
It is.
I mean, I'm going with Tyjae Williams.
It is.
It was shocking to me to see that he was the highest defensive player drafted in this division.
Honestly, I think both sides of the ball in this division, there isn't too many.
Yeah, because all the teams were fairly good.
Yeah.
Except for the Bears. But, yeah, I'm going to take Tyjae Williams. I don't even think he's going to have a crazy rookie year, but there's no Ali McNeil for the first few weeks, so he's going to be on the field a lot. And same as we talk about with a lot of these guys with these division awards, sometimes you just don't have competition, and it makes a guy get picked easier.
I mean, that's why I picked Colston Loveland. I'm also going with Tyjae Williams as my D-Roy. He just doesn't have too much competition. I also could see Testa finding a way if there's an injury to breaking out and becoming in
for sure.
O'Roy with the Lions.
I'll pick all of them if you let me. I'll just take them all. Okay. Offensive player of the year. Excuse me. Definitely should have planned out the one for my own division.
Yeah.
But
I'm making you go first for this one.
God damn it. Which line am I picking for MVP and which one am I picking for offensive player of the year? I'm gonna go with Gibbs. For offensive player of the year.
Really? Oh wow.
He led the league. He led the league in touchdowns last year. What, do you see some info?
No, there's a new best player in Chicago baseball.
Oh, Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, he had another homer today. 4 in a row.
Wow.
And they got bases loaded, no outs right now.
Yeah, I'm going with Gibbs. Most touchdowns in the NFL last year. He's one of the most dynamic players and one of the most dynamic running backs in football. He's great in the passing game. He's super shifty. He had a career year last year, and he's just going to keep getting better.
I have so many options that I want to decide with this one. This one's one of the tougher ones for me to pick. I'm going to go with Jared Goff as my old boy.
Okay. Not such a goof if he's your old boy.
Yeah, I got Jared Goff as my old boy. He was a goof in the playoffs last year, but during the regular season, he was fantastic. One of the best quarterbacks in football. New offensive coordinator could start out slow. Wouldn't be shocked if they run the ball a lot to start the season. But yeah, I still think he's going to find his way. I got Jared Goff.
Okay. For my defensive player of the year, I'm obviously going with Aiden Hutchinson. He was on pace to have one of the best defensive seasons in the NFL, in the history of the NFL last season before he got hurt. I know the leg injury is scary. I don't care. He's super young. He's just starting to hit his full potential in the NFL. I think he's still going to be able to compete for the best defensive player in the NFL this season. And if I'm going to pick him to compete in the D-point race for the NFL, he has to be my D-point for the NFC North.
For my D-point, I'm going to go with Jalen Johnson with the Bears, one of the best corners in football. He's going to have to continue to do that. And if I picked him to finish second, they're going to need someone to step up and be a top player. I am still concerned with Aiden Hutchinson and the injury. Before the injury, he was great, but the injury scares me a little bit. I'm going with Jalen Johnson. I think it's a pretty safe pick. I don't really want to. I'll talk about it after, actually. Let's do MVP.
And then my MVP is Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I'm ready for the chance to come back. He's the most underrated quarterback in football, the most efficient quarterback in football. And as long as this offensive line doesn't completely blow up in his face, he's going to be one of the best in the league once again this year.
So for MVP, I'm going to go.
Don't do it.
I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs. What are we talking about?
I thought
here?
so too.
I'm going
at
with
first.
That was the only one I had written down was Jahmyr Gibbs, one of my favorite running backs in football. I owe him. Won me a big fantasy football championship last season. He was dominant, one of the best running backs in football. I think that's going to continue. I still think they're going to run the ball a lot. Is he as successful as last year? I don't know, but I think he's going to be great.
And he got you a win in a game that didn't matter for him or his team.
What do you mean?
The Niners game. It didn't matter if they won or lost. It was the same result regardless. Okay. That's it. You said you had something else?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about our NFC preseason predictions last year.
Oh, please, yes.
Do you remember who we each picked for MVP?
Goff?
We both picked Goff, yes.
Successful.
In the post, we also went with Goff for both of them. For O-Point, who did we each pick?
Gibbs or Amon-Ra or Justin Jefferson?
Who did I pick?
Jefferson?
No.
Gibbs?
No. Oh, I forgot Jefferson as an O-Point. This is why I do them beforehand.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Let the record be known. I didn't forget.
I kind of wanted to spread out the wealth. I picked Jordan Love.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely clowned you for that.
I remember
preseason.
That. Yes, preseason.
And then it was post.
Because I was excited about how he ended the season. You picked Amon-Ra. For postseason, we both picked Jahmyr Gibbs.
Fair enough. Okay.
D-Poi, who did we each pick? I feel like you should remember this one.
I picked Hutch, and you picked Montez Sweat.
Yes.
Horrible take.
In the post, I took Van Ginkel. You took Kirby Joseph.
I should have just taken Hutch in the post, too.
Yeah, and then for the O'Roy and D-Roy, we both picked Caleb Williams for both of them. And then for preseason, I took Dallas Turner. You took Terrion Arnold. In the post, I believe we both took Edge Cooper.
Yeah. That checks.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't that long ago. I think it was just a couple months ago. But yeah,
Oh, my God.
What?
I forgot Tyjae Watt, too, in the AFC North.
Oh, wow. Well, I think Myles Garrett. I don't blame myself.
Yeah, I wish I could go back to that one. But
well, here's the problem is usually in a division like that where you have two of the best defensive players, you can get away with putting a defensive player at MVP. But when you have Burrow, Lamar, Garrett, Watt, it's tough. One of those has to get left out.
You took Garrett preseason
and
as MVP. And
last
you
year
with Lamar.
Yeah. See, I learned my lesson this year. But all right, that is going to be it for our final preview episode. Next time you guys are seeing our faces on this account on our YouTube channel, we will be talking about week 1 of the NFL season. So tune in for that. We are filming Sunday during Sunday Night Football of week 1. So Monday morning, directly after that week finishes, be ready for our video to recap all of those games. As I said in the beginning, we're on Instagram at engage8.pod. We're on TikTok at engage8pod. We're also on Twitter if you care about that as well. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the links in our description for all those social medias I just mentioned, and we will see everybody in the next one.